Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? All right, so I wanted to share with you a little bit about breakfast. Okay, so this is pretty much what I do every day for the past, I'd say about 8 to 10 years now. So, I mean, I've kind of manipulated my breakfast a little bit, like kind of just, for instance, I'll get into this.
Well, who are you? Why is your breakfast important for those who might not know?
Well, because everybody asks what I eat for breakfast, because Heidi had said I ate a crazy breakfast and everybody wants to learn about it.
And you're a big wave surfer.
I am a big wave surfer, so
nutrition is important.
yeah, so I'm really like health conscious. So a little bit of like for me is my father died of cancer when I was 26, and so I became really health conscious after that. You know, I saw it was pretty much the chemo that killed my dad, but I ever since then seen that it took like the strongest man in my life away from me. I had decided, okay, I can't trust, you know, these health institutions with my health. I have to actually take it into my own hands, and that's kind of what I did. Now everything I do is really extreme. I expect everybody to do this. Pretty much everything in my life is extreme, whether it's what I like to do for fun, which is surfing, you know, 50 to 80 foot waves. I tried to ride a 100-foot wave one time, it didn't work out. But you know, like as far as like finances, you know, I put my entire life savings into Bitcoin and Ethereum, you know, so when it was a while back when hardly anybody had heard about it. And then, you know, the last 10 years, I haven't even seen a doctor. You know, you may think that's crazy or whatever, but I've taken my health so seriously that I don't really feel like I need to. And I've been sick and forever. Feel great, never had so much energy in my life. And I want to share with this to you. All right, so I'm going to go, first of all, a little bit of crypto with you guys.
This is a crypto channel.
This is a crypto channel, and then I'll get right back into this, okay? But I want to cover some things about, especially like the CME group. Now, the CME group, you know, like, or the gap, all right? So everybody talks about the gap. It's around 9,600. Now, keep in mind that about 90% of the time, this gap is filled, all right? So if it's not filled, you know, usually gets filled. And usually when it does fill, it skyrockets back up. So for instance, like I remember in 2017, that when, you know, when we'd have these like 30% dips or whatever, like Bitcoin would rocket back up like crazy. This is a pathetic bounce. I'm sorry guys, but the bulls and the bears are absolutely pathetic right now. That's my opinion on it. I just think they're both neutered. So as far as like, who knows what it's going to do, but neither of them seems to be making up their mind of what they want to do. So we are coming into a weekend, so who knows what's going to happen there. I know that whales do like to manipulate the price a lot during the weekend. And also I want to discuss really quickly the dollar, all right? So everybody's like, okay, the dollar has to fall for Bitcoin to go up. Well, they're not all the time correlated, you know, it doesn't happen all the time. It happens a lot of the time, but not all the time. You know, like yesterday, I think it was Bitcoin was up, the dollar was up, and stocks were down. Okay, so what gives? You know, like, so yeah, overall, that's kind of the pattern, but for right now, you know, what I see is people are kind of moving away from the dollar, like, and what it's doing and getting into Bitcoin and stuff, and it's kind of moving away from being so tightly correlated. Yeah, so with that, all right, also, okay.
Well, first let's say hi to some people in the live chat.
Oh yeah, who's on there?
Sony finally got to tune into a live chat.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Sony.
Sony, Sergio, what's up? Boiling Crypto, what's up, guys? Mad Cow, how's it going? Kaipo, good to see you. So yeah, all right, let's get into this. Governments are panicking about stablecoins. Now, the European Union is freaking out. They're creating more regulation on these stablecoins, right? So
So this was like a leaked article. They didn't make this announcement official, but it's been leaked.
It has been leaked.
Link to this article is down below in the
Yeah.
video description.
Yeah. And you can, okay, so once you read this article, you'll understand like how much governments are kind of freaking out right now because they understand that stable coins, they're borderless, permissionless pretty much, and you can trade them anywhere, you know? So that kind of opens up the door to everybody. Banks can't, or central banks can't compete with that. So they're going to try to make so much regulations, they're going to add so many regulations to this, it's going to be ridiculous, I think. But, you know, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And so you have this huge entity called central banks, and you have this flexible entity called the free market, which is us. And so they're going to have a really hard time of trying to manipulate or trying to regulate all this stuff, especially with DeFi. Oh man, don't even get me started there. But without further ado,
Do you want me to read a little bit from that article? Or
no.
Okay,
We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up again.
Okay.
But I want to get into this. Keep it a little shorter. So
Okay.
as far as like nutrition, like benefits and stuff that I have here, it would take years to go over each and every one of these benefits. So I'm going to try to condense it as much as I can to show you what I eat, and yeah, I'm going to go over just a tad of what it does to you. All right, so, but when it comes to the mushrooms, just do your own research on it because there's so many health benefits, it's ridiculous.
and even just including one or two of these ingredients, however you can, on like a daily basis, will benefit you. I think.
Oh yeah, like
This is Toby's superfood, super breakfast.
yes, this is
Yeah.
incredibly, yeah, this is as super as you get. All right, so coconut flour. I used to use coconut flour, or I used to use oats in my breakfast, and now I switched to coconut flour because it's less inflammatory, and it's I just feel a lot better eating coconut flour. And so with that said, it's good for blood sugar stability and digestion. All right, so goji berries. I eat goji berries, tons of vitamin C. Flax seeds, tons of fiber. Chia seeds, magnesium, calcium, B1, 2, and 3. Mulberries, really good for cancer prevention. They taste really good.
Why don't you add it into your breakfast? Like into
I'll add it in a second, but I just want to go over it. So, okay, so I'll save the weird one for later. Okay, collagen. Collagen is great for skin and joints. Cacao, cell regrowth, cardiovascular energy, cancer prevention. Raw honey, antioxidants, bacterial, like antibacterial. It's really good for if you have a cut or whatever. Just put on, you just make sure ants don't get on it.
And flies.
Yeah. Bee pollen, tons of antioxidants. You can pretty much live off it. I mean, it's debatable. You know, you're not going to get the calories you really need for living, but it's better than a lot of things. Seeds, great for reducing inflammation, heart health, and tons of protein. All right, so check this out. So I start with coconut flour.
These are all brands that you've ordered online.
And this is like all organic.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Jeff Bezos.
not all Jeff
Love to
Bezos.
hate you.
Not all Jeff
I used to love
Bezos. Nah, we do shop local as well.
And what is this?
Okay, this is mulberries, so I take a handful of that, just dump it in there.
Let's see if I can get it to focus.
You gotta touch it. There you go.
It's not working. Okay, whatever.
There you go. You gotta take it a little further away.
Okay.
Okay, so, all right, so that's mulberries. Now I have turkey tail. So this is really, I love this stuff because it's really good for cancer prevention, good for inflammation issues or whatever that you have.
And this is Slovenia. Okay.
Yeah. So I use a little bit of this, not too much. That's about it. All right. So a lot of this stuff, you know, you can get online. You can probably get in your local shop or whatever, and they're amazing for you. Oh, the one thing I did forget, apricot kernels. So bitter apricot kernels. So what it is they have this stuff called amygdala. And if you look at the guy that wrote The Creature from Jekyll Island, he talked. I first heard about it through G. Edward Griffith. Griffith. I forgot what he calls it. Griffith. Okay. So he talks about like the one thing that cures cancer, whatever. So what it has is cyanide in it. Tiny bits of cyanide where it will go into a cancer cell and destroy it, and it actually can't unlock a regular cell. So it's really interesting. If you want to learn more about it, go check out.
So how many do you put in your breakfast?
I put 2.
Two little surprise kernels?
All you need. Yes. It's really good. Okay. Chia seeds. Here we go. So put a little bit of this in.
The container
That was
says
kind of a
coconut
lot.
oil.
Yeah.
But the content.
Goji berries. On the Orax, okay, so goji berries on the Orax scale is super high on vitamin C. It's like incredibly high. It's on the very so cacao. Cacao nibs.
And these are nibs.
Yeah, nibs. It's not powder. So powder, it has a lot of. I think it's
Extra stuff.
No, the way it's processed, it's not as good for you. It has, I think it's a little bit of mercury in there. The way they process it. So with nibs, it's not as much. It's actually very little at all. Okay, and so they've actually tested that stuff, and yeah.
Can you put some in my hand so you can see what they look like?
Sure, check this out.
Oh no. Can you put them in your hand and then I'll focus
Okay,
on
yeah,
it?
sure.
It's not very
It's kind of gel.
Okay. Anyway, that's as close as I can get to it.
Okay, so, this too. Black elderberry, incredibly high in vitamin C, like crazy. If you
It's really good to take if you have a cold.
Yeah, if you have a cold or a flu or whatever.
Yeah.
If you get the COVID, then this is what you take.
Yeah.
You know.
That should have been the title of the video.
Yeah, this is
COVID
amazing.
prevention.
Yeah, black elderberry. It's one of my favorite things to eat. It's incredible. You're not going to get sick. The second you feel like you're getting sick, take black elderberry. Like, especially the syrup.
Yeah, they have syrup forms
Yeah,
as well.
the syrup is amazing. Another thing.
Little dry goodies.
Yeah,
Pumpkin
forgot
seeds.
so much of this pumpkin seeds.
Raw pumpkin seeds are so good too for filling you up.
Definitely. Okay. You got here bee pollen. So if you're allergic to anything outside, so say for instance you're allergic to plants or whatever.
Do you like hay fever?
Yeah, if you have hay fever, get some local honey and local bee pollen. It's really good for you. It takes probably about a couple weeks for it to kick in, so you want to do this regularly. And so if there's a season that comes up and you're really struggling with your sinuses or whatever, like I have actually been over here.
Real bad.
Yeah, and that's the key.
As long as it's locally harvested, it'll give you exposure to that, and you can gain immunity to it, so it'll be less effective on you.
Fiber.
Golden flaxseed.
Oh yeah, these are great. Man, that stuff will make you want to go.
I mean, I put that on my
away.
salads too. It's really good to get some more sustenance.
And so is hemp seeds.
Hemp seeds are my favorite.
Super good on protein. Yummy.
Yeah.
Put in about that much. All right.
For your millionaires, you do like multiple of those.
Oh, cinnamon. Very good for your blood, your heart.
And for taste.
Yes. Yummy.
So what gives this breakfast kind of, like, what flavor is it? What would you say? Chocolatey berry in it?
It's more of like a...
Coconut. Coconut, berry, nutty.
It's coconutty. It's a tad chocolatey. It's sweet because I have goji berries and I have mulberries in there. And those really like make it great. And it's like, you can put, people like to put sugar in their breakfast. Guys, put in goji berries, put in mulberries as a substitute. You'll feel so much better. Okay, so collagen, really good for your joints. Like this stuff is great. Not the other type.
Long silky locks.
You don't need a lot, but just a little.
Do like 1 or 2 scoops.
Okay.
As a daily. I do 2 scoops.
I'll do that.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. The next one. All right. This one you're gonna trip out on. Black ants. Okay.
And they have to be alive.
Black ants have tons of polysaccharides, and they give you tons of energy. And the person who I heard about this from was my good friend Laird Hamilton. Yep, name dropping, but he's our good friend. He comes here, stays with us, surfs with us, and he's a health nut. And he's like, one day he comes over and he says, Toby, you got to check this out. So he's like, I take black ants, it's great. And I'm like, why do you do that? And he's like, well, it gives me tons of energy, and it allows for you to just have crazy endurance when you're out in like giant surf. You can handle a huge wipeout. So, but you got to be really careful here, okay?
You have to add it last.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna add it right now. Just oh shoot, they crawl out. I'm just kidding. It's powder. They're killed. They're killed. So you put a little bit in. That's enough. Okay. There's black ants.
Is that how much you?
That's about normal. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How many ants do you think there is?
Colloidal silver. Yes, I know you're like, gosh, this guy has more stuff. It's really amazing just to keep your body healthy. I do 4 under the tongue. Okay, that's really good. So what else here? Okay, now two
You think it'd be over, but it's
yeah,
not.
to the mushroom
Ending
part.
breakfast.
Usually, like, I'm not talking and just get it all done within the morning because I'm really freaking hungry. Because my key to like staying really on top of things, especially in the crypto market when I have to learn so much stuff and there's a lot of money involved. You know, I need to keep my brain as sharp as possible. So this stuff really helps out along with other stuff I'm going to show you. But right now, so this mushroom complex, all right? So I love mushrooms. I've never done medicinal mushrooms or anything like that. Not to say that's bad or anything, but I stick with like just health mushrooms, and they're really good for everything. Like everything from cancer preventative to, you know, keeping your hair not as gray. Yeah, and keeping your kidneys healthy, keeping your liver healthy, keeping you sharp, keeping your brain healthy, your skin, joints, everything. So I'm not going to go over what these, but
you're going to say the mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm going to say the mushrooms, and I'm going to, okay, so this one has chaga, cordyceps, shiitake, reishi, lion's mane, and mitake. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, while you're talking.
Okay. So this is amazing. So okay, so it comes in this little packet right here, powder. So
bag of drugs.
Yeah, a little bag of drugs, and then I literally just put about, that's enough, and that's it. And this bag should last you. This bag should last you a couple months. Okay, so okay, then I'll add honey to it. So raw, organic. You want non-filtered, non-heated, non-treated.
No sugar added.
Yeah, definitely no sugar added. Make sure there's no sugar added. Yeah, honey is.
So you add the honey because.
Oh, it's great.
Full of sugar makes the medicine
and it's
go down.
Really good for your hair, your skin. It gives you energy. It gives it taste.
I think you can put honey on your face as a mask, and it's good for your skin.
And if, like, for instance, when I go surfing, I get cut or something, like.
We do essential oils for that.
Well, no, I'll put honey on it. It's actually like what we used to do is we used to cut a lemon in half, and we used to burn it.
Yeah. Well,
like
if
the coral.
If you're in Tahiti or Mexico or somewhere,
tropical,
the coral has a ton of bacteria on it, and
Yep.
it gets instantly in your skin, and with the heat, in those environments, it's really quick to get infected. So people usually have lemons on hand.
Yep.
And just imagine.
It hurts so bad. Like, I remember the first time I had a lemon on my back, and it just it was scraping the coral off of me because I had a coral, we call it reef rash. It's falling wave and you, like for instance, your back and you just scrape yourself on the coral, like fire coral. So to kill the bacteria, which is really dangerous because you can get staph infection through that, then that's what you do. You scrape lemon. But instead I'll use like essential oils like Heidi, or before I was using honey. So yeah, that was a lot better than burning myself. Yeah. Okay, so I also take supplements. Yeah, so supplements. Okay, turmeric with organic black pepper and ginger. All right, so and curcumin. Yeah, curcumin.
Black pepper is important. Why?
Well, it actually increases the potency of the turmeric. So you want to have both together. So yes, got that.
Yeah, I got it now. Okay.
So you want to have both together. Don't get one without...
it helps the other absorb more easily.
Absolutely, and it becomes way more potent, all right? And this is great for cancer preventativeness, for your overall health, your mood, everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so for your brain, ginseng. That's all I got to say. It's amazing. Take one. That's what I do. Keeps me sharp. So you add on to all these things to keep you throughout the day. You know, it's worth it because, you know, for what we do, it's like our, you know, if I mess up on one little number, that can cost us a lot of money. So, yeah. So, okay, so for heart health, CoQ10 is amazing. So it just keeps your heart really healthy, all right? So this long one here. Okay, so Host Defense makes this mushroom concoction called My Community. So I'm going to read off of this. Some of these it'll be hard to pronounce, but this is really good. My my grandmother was taking this when she had cancer. So so it has chaga, maitake, reishi, cordyceps, royal sun, enokitake, mesama, turkey tails, like I have that. But the reason why I pretty much have 3 doses of turkey tail, one giant one over here, and it's just really healthy, and it's great for preventativeness for cancer. Oyster mushroom, lion's mane, artist cork, Oregon reishi, arikon, amidao, shiitake, maitake, birch polypore, split gill polypore. So there's a lot of things there.
So why do you go through all of this? Because you have to pay for your health either proactively or reactively.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I like feeling amazing.
Exactly.
Like I do every morning. I wake up so excited, so ready for the day. I sleep amazing. I'm healthy all the time. Like I'm not sick. You know, I'm able to outdo my friends that are in their 30s or in 20s. You know, I'm 43 right now. So like out in the water, I can destroy them.
2 weeks ago, Toby had a paddle in a jet ski about a mile.
Yes.
And then he rode his bike home.
Yeah. Yes. Uphill.
Yeah.
So yeah, my friend ended up sucking in the tow rope on our jet ski, and it stopped it completely. I had to save the jet ski by putting my leash strap onto my leg and then paddling out to sea to save it from going into the shore, which where all the waves are, and then ended up having to paddle about a mile down the beach, or a couple kilometers down the beach. Yeah. And then we finally got a boat to tow us away. And then I had to ride my bike
What
back.
are you looking at over there? Is the waves going on?
Yeah, the waves are really good. But, so that's kind of my breakfast. If you guys have any questions, let me see.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking of on Patreon? Oh, that's my alarm. Hold on. 1 second. Sorry,
I'll just do this. What's up, guys? So Heidi was supposed to keep the...
It's okay. On Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/cryptotips, and I'll make it public in a post of all the ingredients in this breakfast. You guys can go through it.
So to end it really quickly, I want to say that if you don't have Ethereum, guys...
Oh, you didn't even talk about Ethereum.
I did, didn't I? Oh my gosh, I didn't talk about Ethereum. Oh my gosh. Okay, Ethereum. Guys, if you don't have a core position in Ethereum right now, core position. Like, what are you
Why?
doing? Because everyone and their mother is building something on Ethereum right now. Like, the entire decentralized finance is essentially the thing that's going to take down a lot of banks, because I mean they're giving out, they're putting out 0% interest rates. Like, nobody's going to want to do this, especially with, you know, some of the lower that I'm seeing on the DeFi platform are what, like the 5 or 50%, 20%. Yeah, that's not sustainable. Obviously, it's going to go down, but it's not going to go to zero. You know, so
there's no those pesky middlemen and super overhead fees to justify
that, and it, which is great. So buy it. You know, people are going to say it's a scam. People are going to say, hey, you know, there's all these scams being built on Ethereum, and it's not good or whatever. And my argument to that is, like, it's kind of like the sushi guy, you know, like, yeah, compare it to, say, a drunk driver on a freeway and he crashes his car and they're like, oh, the freeway sucks. No, the car sucked, all right?
The driver sucked.
The driver sucked, not necessarily the car. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, you don't blame the freeway, you blame the car, you know what I mean? Unless it's a crappy freeway, then you probably shouldn't be on anyways. But you get my gist, you know. So, like, I am really bullish on it. I've been bullish since 70 cents, and I'm going to continue being bullish to $10,000 on this thing. That's where I expect it to go during this bull, or maybe even more. I don't know. I don't know Bitcoin's place out in terms of market cap. That's to be seen. I have no idea, but I'm sure it has a possibility. So, yeah, that's what I have to say.
Yeah. So you made your breakfast. Waves are going off.
Yeah.
You want to go get salty?
Yeah, go get salty and
get wet.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Let's see if there's any questions.
Checking on the comments.
Hi, didn't Toby opening up a health store? I don't think so. You gonna blend that up or eat it dry? Oh, that's a good question. So I actually put, this is what you, okay, in America
you used to put coconut oil in it.
Oh yeah,
and then, so we're shortening your exposure to that. So you just warm up, just lukewarm water. So
we have this thing called a water heater thing. What is it?
I don't know. It's like they make it for tea. It's
so
an amazing contraption.
You press start.
Heats water.
And it heats water at 50 degrees Celsius.
All the Americans out there, this is amazing. For all the Europeans, are like, yeah.
I never knew what this was. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I don't need to boil. This is amazing. So so I put water. I don't buy like milk or anything. I don't drink any milk. I'm
dairy.
Totally
But you don't do like almond milk. It could be good.
A little bit about me. I don't drink. I've never had alcohol in my life. I've never had anything carbonated in my life. You may think I'm really weird about now. I've actually never drank that any time throughout my childhood or anything. The reason being is,
the alcohol story.
The alcohol story. My parents brought me to Mexico when I was about 6 years old, and I was sitting next to a door, and we were eating dinner and whatever. And I see this guy acting crazy, you know, outside. I'm like, why is he acting like that? And then my mom said, mother, father, he's had too much alcohol. And so at that point, I have a really extreme mindset. Keep in mind that. I'm like, nope, no more of that. I'm never going to drink. I'm never going to drink in my life.
I've never had that experience.
Yeah. And now, as far as anything carbonated, I was in like kindergarten or something like that, or maybe a little more first grade. My teacher had, like, you know how we lose our teeth, and so they're like, hey, check this out, and he puts it into a Coca-Cola bottle or drink or whatever, and then a little bit later it had dissipated to nothing. And I'm like, I'm never putting that in my body. So I told my mom, I just want water. You know, that was it. So that's what I had.
Water and coconut water for this guy.
Water and coconut water. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Let's see. Anyways, yeah. That's it.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in and in the live chat.
Yeah, if you want more of these, like, a workout regime or whatever, just let me know.
Oh.
Yeah.
See those muscles.
So it's not just here, it's down in the garage.
Yeah.
So
champions are made.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, good to see you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.